Hello there, Mr. Munro speaking. So, I'm going to show you in this video a quick and easy technique to allow you to multiply decimal numbers. The biggest issue about decimals is the place value. So this trick removes any concern about place value and essentially turns it into a normal multiplication that you would do for multiplying whole numbers. So my first one is 17.2 times 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that 0.2. I'm just going to put a mark underneath it just to remind myself that that 2 was a decimal. I'm just going to write this as 172 times 3. I'm literally just pretending that decimal point doesn't exist and turning it to 172. So now I'm just going to times them as always. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 7 is 21, so 1, carry a 2. 3 times 1 is 3, with that 2 makes it 5. So that is 516. Now obviously the answer to this question is not 516. I've taken one decimal place out of my question. I need to put one decimal place in my answer. So starting from the right, I'm going to go 1 pop. And my decimal point's going to go here. So my answer is 51.6. And just to prove that I'm not a complete lunatic, take the calculator out. 17.2 times 3, 51 and 3 are 5, don't forget S to D, 51.6, 51.6. The trick works. Let's see a couple of other examples of it in action. So for my next question, I've got 12.6 times 1.5. So this time I have decimals on both sides, but that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to put a mark here and a mark here. So there's two decimal places I'm about to be taking out. I'll need to remember that for later. So the next trick is to times 126 times 15. Do a line. So as we normally would, 5 times 6 is 30. So 0 and I carry it 3. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13, so 3 goes up there. I carry a 1. 5 times 1 is 5. With that 1 makes a 6. Now, the next line, don't forget, this is not a 1, it's technically a 10. So you need a 0 here. If you're not familiar with multiplying whole numbers, by the way, obviously there is a video on this channel that will show you how to do that. So anyway, where was I? The 1 is a 10, not a 1, so that 0 represents the place value. 1 times 6 gives me 6. 1 times 2 gives me 2. And 1 times 1 gives me 1. So 1, 2, 6, 0. I now add these numbers together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 6 is 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 1 on its own is 1. I forgot to cross that carry out. A bit naughty. So 1890. So my answer is 1890. Now obviously in this question I removed two decimal places, so I need to put them back in, and I'm going to start from the right hand side. So 1 and 2. So my decimal point is going to go here. So my answer is 18.9. I don't really need the 0 to be after that because it has no bearing on my answer. So 12.6 times 1.5, 18.9, 18.9. So again, it's a quick trick to make this quite straightforward. We'll look at the last example I've got here for you. So I've got 3.04 times 4.7. So I've got 3 decimal places. And again, it doesn't matter where these decimal places are. It's just the same technique, and if you do it consistently, you'll never have a problem. So for this one, I'm going to do 304 times 47. 4 times 7 is 28, so 8 carried a 2. 7 times 0 is 0, add that 2, makes that 2. 7 times 3 is 21. Nothing left, so I'll put the 2 there. Next line, start with a 0, that's not a 4, that's a 40. 4 times 4 is 16, so 6 goes in there, carried a 1. 4 times 0, obviously going to be 0, bring that 1 in there, makes it a 1, cross the carry out. 4 times 3 is 12. Excellent. Do my line, we add this up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 on its own is 1. So my answer is 1, 4, 2, 14.88. And let's not forget 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. That is equal to 14.288. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you multiply decimal numbers. Thank you very much.